No Nut November is stupid. It is the same length for everybody. By that I mean there are people who fab every other hour, and then there are people who just don't. They just do not. They can go months without busting a nut, and it's not even a big deal. But here's a problem I have with No Nut November. There's this guy, Steve. He he fabs off like every other hour. He wants to be a better person and wants to give up his pathetic addiction. So he picks up No Nut November. He goes up to 2 days without fapping. Then he relapses. And then he feels bad. My man, those 2 days were a Philippine dub. That's a fucking dub right there. And he's feeling bad about it. The person who was fapping like 4 times a day went for 2 days straight without fapping. That's a fucking dub. He should be proud of this. This 0 to 1 mentality that everyone has is honestly really toxic. Like you either win or you lose. There is no in between, but in reality that is not how it works. And because of this 0 to 1 mentality, he feels bad instead of, feeling accomplished that did he did something. He feels like a failure and he gives up. When he did so well, he should be proud of his next goal should be to make it to like 3 days or 4 days, and after that like a week or like so on and so forth. The point is to increase that gap, like in between every time you relapse. That's the fucking point. The point is to just increase that gap. Like every time you relapse, like first, for example, like the first Steve, he was relapsing like fucking 4 times a day, and now he relapses like every 2 days. That's fucking boggers. You should be focusing on increasing that gap instead of building streaks. And this is exactly why also building streaks is fucking dumb as well. It's so dumb. It's literally so dumb. Setting up streaks, basically, you are setting yourself up for failure. There is no other way to say it. Because as a Homo sapien, you are gonna relapse. That is normal. That happens because that is the truth. That has happened. As a human being, you are gonna relapse. Accept that. You can you seriously tell me, like sincerely, can you seriously tell me that you aren't gonna relapse like ever again? Can you bet something really precious to you on that on those words? Focus on building that gap. Focus on that gap. You'll see results. And I give you my word for that. You'll see some massive results. It's your choice whether to be a little Timmy or be a fucking alpha like Technoblade. Steve wants to get better. He just doesn't have guidance. He didn't came across this video. But you have. Give up on streaks. Know that November is stupid, but focus on building that gap. Like for people who do not relapse, who can go months if not years without fapping. Do you think 1 month of No Nut November is anything special for them? No. And that is exactly why No Nut November is stupid. Because it should be rewarding the people who fap regularly for not fapping. Whether, just like giving everyone a constant value to focus on. It's not constant for everybody. Like for a bodybuilder, like maybe doing like a like flipping 500 push-ups in a day is not that hard, but like for an average person it is really hard. But like for an average person also doing like 100 push-ups every day or even like 50 push-ups every day, it is really good. They are making progress.